please welcome your next fighter, making the walk to the cage in the blue corner, introducing Nick Bagley.
My name is Nick Bagley. I'm 7'3", and I fight out of GBTT. Growing up in Ukraine, it was always respectable to be able to stand up for yourself. Otherwise, you know, you might get in trouble if you can't. And then when I moved over to UK, when I was 14 years old, I got into kickboxing and I started competing. Then I got into jiu-jitsu, and I combined the two together, got into MMA, and then here I am. It's just in my blood to win. I'm very competitive, and I look to dominate every one of my opponents. EGLIN seems like a nice kid. I respect his skill set, but obviously I think in the fight there's always a chance you're going to get clipped. I would say there's no chance he's going to outgrind me. I think there's levels, and I don't think he's on my level. Keep training hard, stay consistent, believe in yourself, never give up. Good things will come.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent, making the walk to the red corner, Jack EGLIN.
My name is Jack EGLIN. I fight out of Dragon's Lair MMA, and I am 9-4. A lot of people will never know the feeling of going into a cage knowing like it's you or him. Like that mindset is true. You are going in there with the kill or be killed mindset. Coming from where I come from sort of has put a chip on my shoulder because I'm from a small town. There's not a lot, there's nothing really round here. I want to be proven as the best in the world, and you go in there mentally like strong and stuff, you'll blow it out of the water. But if you know you haven't trained, your mental ain't there. So you have to train to get your mental there. So far my camp's gone amazing, one of the best camps I've had, and I know every fighter says that, but it genuinely is. I'm putting in as much work as I can. I'm really training because I know I have to train hard to beat Nick, and when I say I'm going to be ready October 19th, I mean it. I'm coming for a war. I'm coming for whatever he's got to bring, and I'm gonna put it on him. There's no ifs, ands, or buts in my mind. I'm gonna win.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this one is for the Cage Warriors Academy Southeast Bantamweight Amateur title. Jack EGLIN, the champ, red corner, also the flyweight champion here at Cage Warriors Academy Southeast, and he's taking on Nick Bagley, fighting out of the blue corner. Brad Pickett in his corner, 2 regional titles in his pocket as well. This is going to be good.
Yeah, both fighters are solid throughout, whether it be wrestling, as you see from Nick getting that early takedown.
And he took that early, he took that early takedown because he ate 2 hard shots from EGLIN at the beginning of the round.
And it's smart. One of the biggest things behind it, and both of these fighters will do it, they're gonna play to their strengths. They're so young in this sport and so talented for being so young that they both truly know how to play to their strengths in every one of the fights.
And you say young fighters, but we're looking at 21 contests between these two.
Exactly.
Both of them have some losses on the record. Both of them actually have a 8-win, 4-loss, 6-win, 3-loss record. But that's what you want to see in your amateurs now.
Exactly. This is how they become better and prepare themselves for being professional fighters. Now, Nick's being smart here. He's going body, body, head. He's got that half guard. He's doing everything to where there's no reason for him to stand up. He's staying active. He's staying busy. He's from a dominant position. EGLIN's got to just look to figure out a way to get out from the bottom.
Absolutely. And as you point out, Nick is staying busy enough that there's no way a referee worth their salt's going to stand.
Really? Because he just said, okay, let's see something. I can't.
Bagley looking to try and slide that leg out.
And I mean, Jack's being smart. He's not taking a ton of damage.
Nope.
And he's...
Oh,
I'm done with these stands up from half guard.
Yeah, I'm sorry. When a fighter is working, Bagley's straight back in, though.
In again on a double. It looks to be that his hands are locked. Yes, they are. And he's now dumped Jack. And Jack's going to try and roll, but oh, good hips by Nick.
Great hips by Nick.
That was a great drop, though, by Jack, because Jack, as he was going down, knew that he was going and started to try to shift the hips, but these kids are just so young and talented. You know, they're kind of like mirroring each other.
Yeah, absolutely. We knew this was going to be a competitive fight.
And again, you've got Jack. He's in that same position. He's got that nice block going against Bagley's chin, so he can't really progress too far. There's no way for him to posture up because he's looking to control the back of the head with his right arm.
These shots landing and doing, looking good for the judges. Nothing real concussive, but this is a round in the books.
Yeah, he's got 15 seconds now, and he's moved now to side control.
Looking to control EGLIN now.
And he's looking to maybe go knee on belly, and EGLIN stands back up.
Good first round from Nick Bagley there.
He got the 2 takedowns that he needed, and he was able to keep dominant control for nearly, 2 minutes and 30-odd seconds?
Yeah, easy. Easy, gets the takedown in. Probably 9 or 10 seconds into the first round.
And then once they were stood up from half guard.
Yeah, a half guard where he was landing a little, I'll get into trouble.
Once they were stood up, Nick again, few exchanges on the feet, nothing major, shot in on that double, locked the hands, got the good slam. But on that good slam, did a great job of knowing he was going down and tried to get a sweep in as he was going down. That's a very mature thing.
And great awareness by Bagley to recognize it coming.
And go hips down as hard as possible.
Here we go, 2nd to 3. Crowd's starting to make some noise now. The case now, EGLIN doesn't want to take this to the ground.
Yeah, I'm thinking EGLIN's going to want to try and stay away from those takedowns. He's going to be looking to land, a lot of hard strikes and try and get this fight to stay in his range. And again, Nick's in on that double leg. And that's just it, is his double is so explosive. And, this is now 3 shots, 3 takedowns.
Yep. Stepped over, wrestling been on point so far for the GB top teams. Nick Bagley, I got to tell you, I'm not used to that. GB top team?
I'm not either. In fact, when I first saw it, I had to double look at it, and then I almost went over to Brad and said, hey, what is this? No, but he's doing the right things here, but Jack's doing the right things as well. He's not taking damage. He's constantly moving. He's working to try to better his position from bottom. Nick needs to work on something to where he can start to look for a finish or be able to posture up to rain down punches, but it's hard to rain down punches on EGLIN because once you give him a little pressure, he's moving. He's looking for a switch. He's looking for a hip, trying to sweep you.
I mean, constant movement off his back, but Nick now inside. And, you know, you can do this for 9 minutes, you've got yourself a title.
Yeah, exactly. And one of the things he's got to think about as well is what progression is he going to make here. He just looked up wanted to see, okay, how far away from the cage is EGLIN's legs? Maybe thinking knee on belly. You don't want to be turned over when you try that knee on belly. Is he going to go all the way deep and go north-south? Right here, this is a chokehold. Now, if you notice, he's using his own leg to actually cut blood supply, and it's kind of like a triangle choke when you use your own leg in there, similar to like a darce.
Yeah. Eglin Weister gets his head out of the way, looking to try and use the cage to perhaps
push away or at least maybe get a little bit of space for his hips. Nick, on the other hand, he looks to maybe go knee on belly to try to rain down some punches. But again, see, you give him a little bit of space, and Jack is extraordinarily good at taking whatever space that you give him and getting to a better position for himself.
Got some freedom now. 35 seconds left. We'll see if Eglin can stamp a little bit of his own fighting style.
The great thing is they both have phenomenal jabs, and this is the first time that we're going to get Eglin to stop one of Nick's takedowns. He's in on the double, but it looks like Eglin's going to be able to survive this one. We got 16 seconds left.
Yeah,
Nick's going to have to reshoot, maybe going for a double, switch off to a single. Eglin just needs to elevate that leg. Let's try to turn him off the hip, maybe cross face and really push the hips out. Do something to where he can get his back off the cage, just like that.
Well, you know, I think we've seen the ingredients of what the next round is going to entail. Nick Bagley, there is no doubt, is going to look for that takedown, look to control against the cage. Eglin now has to keep the distance, can't rush in, needs to pick him apart with strikes.
He has to finish him.
Without question.
So he's going to have to light him up on his feet and either drop him and set up the submission or finish him TKO. The key, though, is the fight maturity. Will Nick now coast? Does he slow down? Young fighters do this.
I can't imagine, no, with someone like Pickett in your corner.
I'm just saying, that's the biggest problem. Is that's what Pickett's probably telling him right now, is you haven't won this fight. There's 3 minutes left. You haven't won. The amount of times I've had to tell guys that because they're smoking them in the first 2 rounds, I'm all, if you take 1 second off, you don't want to come back in the room.
We will now see if Nick Bagley does take the foot off the gas. Eglin is game, always dangerous. But so far, Bagley's game plan, the game plan out of GB top team, absolutely on point.
Yeah, exactly. He's been extraordinarily successful with running that double. One of the biggest things now is whether or not he can land the strikes necessary to be able to set up what he needs to set up. And maybe it's one of those things as well, is where Eglin mixes things up. You know, he's changing stances, and that might help out because it might show a different look and be able to get him inside on Nick.
Bagley, though, doing all right on the feet as well.
Yeah, decent head movement. He's not keeping his head in a straight line, so when he's throwing punches, he's actually posturing off. He's also bringing that hand up when he comes back because they're both sitting low. I don't understand these two great young fighters, and they both fight with their freaking hands around their waist, which I hope both of them hear that and say something to me about it.
Landed the shot there, did Bagley.
Oh, really nice combo landed by Eglin.
And went to the body. Beautiful.
That was a great body shot.
Dug that right into the liver.
Exactly, and he hit it off of a feint. So he feinted in, and when he feinted in, he went to the body, and now he's going back to that same part of the body with the leg kick.
And that's
And a great stuff by EGLIN. Bagley shot in, but didn't power through it. And because he didn't power through it, EGLIN was able to just move away.
Caught him again and again.
Now see, EGLIN's getting cocked. He's not getting cocky, he's getting confident.
Absolutely.
Confident in his striking. And what that's doing is it's allowing him to do what he needs to do in order to try to finish this fight.
You know, I gotta be honest, this is one of those times that I kind of wish we were doing the 5-3s.
So do I.
Because this has been a close fight. I know it's 2 rounds to 1, but no one's in a clear ascendancy.
Exactly, and you never know what could happen because as it is now, EGLIN's starting to peak. Bagley might be starting to wane. Exactly.
And that's those championship rounds could make all the difference in this fight.
Exactly.
What are we down to? 35 seconds left.
And now it's a matter of EGLIN needs to put his hand on the gas. So he's got 30 seconds. He needs to actually put his hand on the, just put that pedal to the metal and go.
Hard to do that though when Bagley's bull rushed you into the cage.
And he's got both his hands locked.
And drops you. 15 seconds left.
And that right there might have secured the title.
He was 2 rounds up, I think for sure. 29-28 wouldn't be an unfair score, but I really, really, really wish we had 2 more rounds of this one.
Actually, I would have liked to see this as 3-5s.
Fine, I'll take that. 15 minutes, any way you cut it. Evan shaking his head, disappointed. I think he already knows. Good win by Nick Bagley there. Great win. Really would have liked to see 2 more in that one.
That's what I'm saying. I would love to see these. I'm looking, this is what I'm looking forward to now. Now I want to see him do it as pros.
Yeah, fine.
Let's see 3-5s.
Yeah, all right, I'll take that as well.
Ian Dean, if you're listening in, Graham Boylan.
Oh, please.
Love to see this thing on the big show.
Amen.
3-5s.
Amen. Great fight everywhere. EGLIN apologizing. He has nothing to apologize for. Both these guys fought their hearts out.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of mixed martial arts action, we bring you your winner by way of unanimous decision and the Cage Warriors Academy Southeast Bantamweight Champion in the blue corner, Nick Bagley!
A deserving champion there, Nick Bagley, the Great Britain top team man with the Cage Warriors Academy Southeast title across his shoulder. EGLIN upset, as you would expect when you lose a fight, but
I'd rather him lose this fight as an amateur than lose it as a pro.
amen, brother. I want to see these 2 again at some point.
I want to see 3-5s.
I want to see 5-3.